Can you imagine a moment so fragile yet so powerful that a single warning from a stranger changes the course of a man's life forever? This is the story of a poor homeless girl who, despite everything she lacked, found the courage to speak truth to a millionaire, and what she revealed about his wife would shake his world to its core. It all began on a chilly autumn evening in a bustling city park, the kind of place where the golden leaves crunch beneath hurried footsteps, and the smell of roasted chestnuts drifts in the air. The park was alive with sounds, children laughing, distant traffic humming, and the occasional bark of a stray dog. Amidst this life, a small figure huddled near a cold metal bench, wrapped in a threadbare coat that had seen better days. Her eyes, wide and wary, scanned the faces passing by, searching for a glimpse of kindness. Her name was Mia. At just 14, Mia had known more hardship than most adults ever would. Life on the streets had hardened her in many ways, but it had also opened her heart. She had learned the language of survival, the silent nods, the careful steps, the art of making herself small so the world might overlook her. Yet beneath the layers of dirt and fear, she carried a fierce spirit and an uncommon gift, the courage to speak out when it mattered most. That evening, as the sun dipped low behind the skyscrapers, a sleek black car pulled up near the park entrance. Out stepped Jonathan, a millionaire known in the city for his success in real estate and his charitable donations. Tall and confident, Jonathan was dressed impeccably in a tailored suit, the faint scent of expensive cologne trailing behind him. But beneath his polished exterior was a man weighed down by secrets, especially those tied to his private life and the woman he trusted most, his wife, Laura. Jonathan walked toward a nearby cafe, unaware that fate had positioned Mia directly in his path. As he passed, Mia called out softly but clearly enough to catch his attention. "Sir," she said, voice trembling yet steady, "you need to know something about your wife." He stopped, surprise flickering across his face. No one ever approached him like this, especially not a homeless girl. Most people either ignored her or pitied her, curiosity mixed with a hint of skepticism. "What do you mean?" he asked cautiously. Mia looked around, making sure no one was eavesdropping, then leaned in closer. "She's not who you think she is," she whispered. "There are things she's hiding, things that could ruin everything." Jonathan's heart pounded. The idea seemed absurd. How could this girl know anything about his private life? But something in her eyes, a raw honesty, made him pause. "Tell me," he urged. Mia took a deep breath and began to recount what she had overheard just days before while seeking shelter near an upscale apartment complex. "I heard her on the phone talking to someone about selling your business secrets to a rival company. She's planning to betray you." The words hung heavy in the cool evening air. Jonathan's mind raced, a storm of disbelief, hurt, and anger swirling inside him. Could Laura really be so deceitful? He had always believed in their love, in their partnership. But now doubt crept in like a shadow, dark and consuming. "Why are you telling me this?" he asked, voice barely above a whisper. Mia's gaze was steady. "Because sometimes the people with the least have the clearest eyes. I don't want to see you destroyed. You deserve to know the truth." Jonathan stared at the girl, feeling a strange mixture of gratitude and guilt. Here she was, a child with nothing, risking everything to warn a man she didn't even know. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a folded bill. "Here," he said, pressing it into her hand. "Thank you," but Mia shook her head. "Please, don't thank me yet. There's more." In the days that followed, Jonathan's world shifted. He began to watch Laura closely, noticing little slips, secretive glances, phone calls he wasn't meant to hear. The truth Mia had shared gnawed at him relentlessly. Torn between suspicion and hope, Jonathan decided to confront Laura, not with anger, but with the quiet strength born of knowing the truth. One afternoon, as rain pattered softly against the window of their luxurious living room, Jonathan asked, Laura, is there something you need to tell me? The room fell silent. Laura's eyes flickered, the mask slipping for just a moment. Then, with tears brimming, she confessed a tangled web of fears and mistakes, pressures from business rivals, a desperate attempt to protect their empire that had spiraled out of control. Jonathan listened, heart aching but steady. Instead of fury, he offered understanding and forgiveness. "We'll get through this," he said softly. But I had a warning, a voice from the streets that opened my eyes. Laura's sobs softened into quiet hope, and in that moment, the couple began to rebuild, stronger for the truth and kindness that saved them. Meanwhile, Mia's life took a surprising turn. Jonathan, moved by her bravery and honesty, reached out to help her. He connected her with a shelter, got her into school, and provided mentorship. From a girl shivering on a park bench, Mia blossomed into a young woman filled with promise and light. Her simple act of kindness, sharing a difficult truth, had sparked a chain reaction of healing and hope, reminding us all that no matter where we come from, our voices matter. And sometimes the most unlikely heroes emerge from the shadows. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. Share your own stories of kindness below, because together we can create a world where compassion changes lives. And stay tuned, because our next story will reveal how one act of courage transformed an entire community. You won't want to miss it.